Hello. It's that time again, as always. Not really always. Yeah, sorry, I had a bunch of stuff to move out of my way. I was working on some hooks for Hookbomb. Sorry, it's been pretty busy lately. Alright. Does John review every short? Nope, I don't. So, no, I don't. Anyway, no, I had to go through a lot of stuff. And now I'm here. Let's do this damn thing. Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm off my game right now. I went through the form and I'm gonna go through the first 10 that submitted to incentivize you guys to show up to the live. Even though I was late, you shouldn't be. So, the first 10, I'm going to go through right now. Just as a little special gift to y'all. Okay? Let's get to it. If you want your short to be reviewed, too bad! I'm just kidding. If you want your short to be reviewed, submit it to that little thing that I got behind me. There. Shorts.reviews. That's where to go. You know what? I'm going to make that a little smaller for this one. Sweet. All right. So, let me just bring these up here and we will get rolling. Very first one was Jedlark. Oops.
FNAF 2 is well known.
All right. Let's get to it.
For being one of the hardest FNAF games. Except FNAF 2 is well known for being one of the hardest FNAF games. Except for, you know, UCN. And I've always wanted to try and beat the game, but there's a problem. I'm poor. But thankfully for me, the YouTuber Klauser recreated FNAF 2 almost 1-to-1 in Minecraft. And not only are there new glitches, but it's still just as hard. Relax, people. Relax. No. I hate you. If you want to see me suffer more, the full video is down there. FNAF 2 is well known for being...
Okay, so, first thing I want to say is that I don't recommend trying to do a call to action for people to go to the long form, because really what you're doing there is you're wasting a lot of time. Well, a lot, I mean like a second, right? But every second counts for shorts. And the majority of people don't want to leave the shorts feed. That's just how it is. So if you do live streams, like it seems like you're doing Let's Plays or if they're live or whatever, the only way that these really work is if you use a clip from it. That way they get FOMO. They get to experience the value that you offer, but in a clip, right? If it's like something, like a highlight from your stream. So you make that the clip that you share. Like imagine all streamer clip channels. That's the point. Either that or podcasts. Podcasts kind of work the same way where you give value, you almost don't even have to point them to it. They go on their own, right? So I don't ever recommend saying, hey, go look at my long form, right? It's just, yeah. People do it. It can be successful. It can also not matter. I just think for the people that I coach and that I help here, it's better to just not, okay? Yours isn't so bad because it's right there at the end, but my critique here is your hook, because it's very like me instead of you. Right here.
FNAF 2 is well known for being one of the hardest FNAF games. Except for, you know, UCN. And I've always wanted to try and beat the game, but there's a problem. I'm poor.
So, like the setup, I get like it's a story, but the way that I would have hooked, you could still do the story, right? But the way that I would have hooked would to be create a little more curiosity by saying, I found a harder version of Five Nights at Freddy's, or most people don't know about this version of the game, something along those lines. Did you know there's actually a harder version of FNAF? And now you're offering them some, like, immediately they understand the value that you're bringing to the table. But starting with this, it's almost like, here's some info. When you immediately give somebody information, you're not making them curious about upcoming information. You don't even promise that there's upcoming information. You're just saying, hey, here's a fact. And so, yeah.
FNAF 2 is well known for being one of the hardest FNAF games. Except for, you know, UCN.
And yeah, so it's like I state a fact and then like another, like, maybe like an inside joke or knowledge or whatever for the game. But yeah, there's the first 5 seconds, there's no hook to it, right? So I would definitely offer it. Like somebody created a harder version of Five Nights at Freddy's, or how is nobody talking about this, right? How's nobody talking about this new or this version of Five Nights at Freddy's? Just yeah, that's the way I'd go about it. All right, I'm gonna do number 2 now. This one is called Ill Fated. The first 10 I'm selecting.
Where's your motivation?
Okay, so they said, what is it that they said? I've been limited to 1.5k views on my channel. I've had quite retention, good hook, 55%, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the first thing I notice, besides the chaos that I don't really know where to look, there's like too much shit. If you could do anything, try to make it closer or crop in or something. I have to look at like 6 different things right now. First, there's this thing down here, which I thought was a subtitle at first, but it's not. It's a part of the UI. Then you have a caption, what's that sound? But it should probably have a drop shadow or something along those lines. It just like it blends into the back. There's not enough contrast, okay? But don't make it black either, because then it'll blend in with your character. Add an outline, make it bold, right? That should help pop it up. And I do like that caption. What's that sound, right? Because there's got to be a sound coming up, so I'm curious what that's talking about. Okay, but then it happens, and it's like, okay, well, we'll see what it does, and then leave. But then you have something up here, which is another caption. Did we just get orbital strike cannoned? So I would probably remove that. Like, you don't want to make people read 2 things at a time. I mean, technically this works, right? This is a caption that sits at the top throughout the whole thing, but what's that sound is the stronger caption. I would have just went with what's that sound, and then people have to wait for the sound. So something like that. Did we just get orbital strike cannoned? I think that reveals the whole thing, right? If that's what this game does, then people are like, I guess that's what happens. I can leave. So, yeah. Lots of chaos. I would just try to simplify a little bit more, okay? Cap Guy. You are next.
This woman's baby was about to die, and what she did next, nobody could believe. The roads were snowed in, so no hospital could reach her. No help was coming. She pressed the baby against her bare chest, hoping her warmth could keep her alive. Nobody knew if it would work. She didn't sleep once. Every breath could be the last. For 72 hours, her arms were shaking, and her body was giving out. And then on day 3, help finally arrived. The baby was...
Yeah, dude, when you were using this AI voice, it's like, it never shuts the fuck up. Like, it just, like, it says it in the same exact tone every single sentence, and it is just, kills me. Okay, so you said, I'm the guy who cloned Royal Pear, his voice, yep, I made it private after the backlash. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to be so aggressive towards you, if that's the way it came off, but it's just not something that I stand for. Somebody did it to me on that stream, and it's okay for me to laugh at it, but, like, what happens if Royal Pear sees this community where it's allowed that people can clone his, like, I won't stand for it. I think it's fucked up anyway. But, yeah, now I'm kind of stuck. The 2D shorts are getting demonetized recently, and even others in the niche are facing the same. It makes sense why they'd be demonetized, but also, most people in the niche are using the same format and same faces. Yeah, they are. There are so many people using this thing, and, I think Will pointed out to me that there's some guru out there, how to make these viral shorts now. It's all the same shit, dude. I was telling somebody earlier, I feel lucky I'm in the space, because after all the gurus fail all these people, nobody goes viral with this niche will print you money. Like, it doesn't work for anybody. So who are they going to go to after that? They might try a few different ones, and then here I am saying, hey, create something. Anyway, so you said, I'm trying to improve hooks and switch to real stories, but my shorts feel flat. Your issue is you kind of got stuck in the, I want to make stuff about real things, but the fiction, like, it was kind of caught between fact and fiction. you didn't really know how to tell the stories. What I would do if I were you is I would practice telling my own stories. Now that you're converting, I hope you're converting to a real creator, I think you should dig deep and think about the cool stuff that happened in your life. And then in the community, we can start to work on your storytelling. That's how I started. I tell my own personal stories. And then, like, really, everybody that's in the Real Creator group, they show me a script and I'm like, no, here's how to flip that. Here's the angle. Man, I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna pitch one here. Actually, you know what? I can't do it because it's private. It's private content. So never mind. Sorry. I wanted to show an example of how I turned somebody's script into a better story, and then he got it, and then he made a better one than mine, and it was really good. But he hasn't released it yet, so I can't show that. Anyway, focus on stories that you can tell personally. Like Royal Pear. Royal Pear sets a difficult standard for people because he's so big. Honestly, I watch his stuff and I'm like, there's no hooks here, right? It's like, as smaller creators, you need to be a better creator than that. Once you get to a certain point, then people watch you for you. Kind of like Royal Pear, Charlie, that sort of thing. So, yeah, it's difficult to follow that when you haven't learned to create curiosity for yourself to get people interested in the first place. If you go further back in Royal Pear's stuff, he's got great hooks. But now it's like, people watch him for him, and it's like, yeah, he's his own brand now, so it works differently. Not saying he's a bad creator, I'm just saying he doesn't need to hook anymore. So, yeah, he tells personal stories, things that he did. A lot of them are challenges. He's like, I did this, or I did that. Whereas maybe you don't do interesting, I don't do interesting things like that. I don't have the money to go places and buy things, and I don't have the reputation to go on Mr. Beast games and stuff like that. So I have to think more broadly appealing, things that other people can connect to, relate to, that sort of stuff. So I'd focus on personal storytelling, okay? Just start telling one, and we'll help work out the angle for you.
One of my favorite streamers shouted me out on stream, but it's not the way you would think. See, a few days
Yeah, that's a hell of a hook. I love that.
ago, I made a video, quote unquote, exposing Senna's income.
Damn, that's a really good thumbnail, dude.
Video, quote unquote, exposing Senna's income. And to my surprise, she caught wind of it while she was live in front of thousands.
I exposed how much this viral streamer made in 30 days. I'm being pocket watched?
But the big problem was, some of my numbers were a little off.
I cannot believe I didn't understand what pocket watched meant until now. Oh my god, it's so obvious. What the fuck is wrong with me? Everybody kept saying that. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I didn't even Google. Usually, I'm old. I'll Google something to figure out what it means. But like, how did I not connect those dots? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Okay.
Last question, what are your salary?
One of my favorite streamers shouted me out on stream, but it's not the way you would think.
Okay, so my only point about this is that's not the strongest angle you had in this video. You like, sure, that's cool, your favorite streamer called you out, but I don't know you, so I don't give a fuck. But what I do give a fuck about is that a streamer may have gone at you for doing something messed up. Like, you could present it like that. I don't know what her reaction is at the end, but like, getting to her reaction as fast as possible would have taken this up a notch big time.
I was gonna get banned from her chat for life. She said something that made my year.
Yo, whoever's guys, I fuck with your video. Oh my god, he used me saying a nice thing. Hold on, what's your name? Just Notified. Listen, Just Notified.
Off.
You think that I make this being pocket watched?
So I made this video. So I made this video about Senna, and she found it. Or I never thought she would find it, or something like that. A while back, I made this video about Senna, but I never thought she would find it. Bam, here's the clip. That's a 1 million view video. Okay, that's exactly what I would have done. And because people are sticking around after they see her react. So yeah, I would have had my 3 seconds. A while ago, I made this video about a streamer, but I never thought she would find it. Her reaction, and then continue the story from there. And people will stick around. Just whatever the extra cherry is on top, put at the very end. You know what I mean? Like her enjoying it or whatever. you saying I thought I was gonna get bait and stuff, dude. That tension building, like, you're a good storyteller for sure. The hook was the only problem, and it was already a good hook. Just wasn't the best one. Yeah, very, very good, man. All right, next person, Dragon Ranter.
There is this Dragon Ball movie that you should never watch. You think that is
Okay, I'm leaving. I already know what it is. You showed it to me. Like, why would I stick around? You might be assuming that I would stick around because I want to know why, but I don't. Nobody does. You have to make them wonder why. And so the way that I would have done this is...
There is this Dragon Ball movie that you should never watch.
This... hold on. Man, I don't know. This director ruined Dragon Ball or something like that. I would probably... It's difficult because there's only one live-action Dragon Ball movie, so that's probably not the best hook anyway.
Great adaptation of the original series, a $30 million budget, decent actors, and all the support from the original creators. So what could possibly go wrong? Well, the main movie writer decided to not involve anybody from the original Dragon Ball series. At least we got some.
Okay, so the mistake then would be the curiosity. Like, with one mistake, this was the biggest anime to live action flop that has ever existed. And so you've got the one mistake that you have to reveal at the end that people are interested about. Yeah, that's how you got to build curiosity to something, right? And so you just stating something outright, you might assume that people will wonder something, but don't do that. But yeah, that's it. J-Amator. Next. I made this video to find players for my long-form videos, however it flopped. Only 50% stayed to watch.
I'm giving away 100,000 Robux. Here's why. When I was 12, I started trading and somehow ended up with more Robux than I'll ever spend. Now I'm a high school senior and I rarely play Roblox anymore. So I had an idea. What if I ran Mr. Beast style challenges, but on Roblox? The winners get thousands of Robux. The only problem, I need players. So I made a server where anyone can apply to be in my challenges. If you want free Robux and to be in a video, the link's in my bio.
I think if I were to play Roblox, I would skip every single channel that says I'm giving away Robux. Every single one, because it's never true. It's always bullshit. It's always people trying to get subscribers or views or whatever. So even if, because I know you're legit, I know you actually do these things, but people don't believe you. People won't believe that. It's just how it is. Sorry, my heat is on. It is getting very warm in here. Give me a sec. Bum, bum, bum. Don't do the question. Not yet. Okay. Okay, so yeah, the Robux thing. I mean, honestly, if I were YouTube, I'd be slightly shadow banning anything that says giveaway with Robux in it, just because it's so bad. The other reason that it flopped is you said, how can I remake this but better? I recommend don't remake it. You're just using it to promote long form, and that doesn't really offer any value. This isn't entertaining to me. You didn't give me anything to laugh at, to enjoy, nothing. It was just like a story where you're talking about stuff that you want to do. So it's just it's not a good piece of content. My advice is always, if you're going to make a short, like, make it an island, make it on its own, make it its own piece of content. If you have to connect it to another piece or something like that, it's a mistake. All right, number 7. And then we got 3 more. Thank you guys for being the first to submit. Why is it stuck at 27?
Gojo, Sukuna, Naruto, and Toji went to a haunted house. Day 1, they walk into the dark maze. A fake ghost jumps out. Naruto screams very loud. Sukuna gets very angry and cuts the ghost costume in half. Day 2, the ghosts try to touch Gojo.
I think I can go ahead and leave now. Why is it stuck after 27.6 after getting so much views in just one day? Just because it's like low effort, right? Like, I mean, you started as a skeleton niche probably, because I'm assuming by that profile picture. That didn't work after you realized the gurus were lying, so you moved on to something else that took low effort, which is this. This is what I consider slop, right? It's AI, everything. So I think really well, okay, maybe your approach to the idea was yours. Like, I can't remember what the point of this video is.
What if Gojo, Sukuna, Naruto, and Toji went to a haunted house?
What if they went to a haunted house? Okay, if that was your original idea, then kudos, at least something you made, I guess. But, yeah, it's very heavily AI driven, and so because of that, that's why. Sucks to say, but like YouTube knows when not a lot of effort goes into this stuff. And so it's, dude, my preference aside, this is just what people don't like to watch. That's it. Look, if AI content did get views and made a lot of money, then I'd probably get another job. I'd probably do something else, but I wouldn't lie about it. I wouldn't say, okay, yeah, it doesn't make views if I wasn't seeing it constantly, people saying, I got demonetized, why? Why is YouTube deleting my channel? You know, I'm not going to be dishonest, but the fact is that what YouTube is doing just aligns with my ethics on the situation, my preference, so is what it is. Sorry, I recommend creating something, film something, draw something, whatever, be an artist. This is... Okay, is this type of content good? What would be a better idea for this volleyball niche? Maybe talking about stuff? Like, don't say, hey, here's what's happening in this video, because that's not transformative. People can see what's happening. Honestly... it's just somebody else's clip with nothing done to it, so it's not good content. Sorry to say. This is also slop to me. Yeah, if you really like volleyball, then talk about it. Talk about your opinions, your expertise, offer some insights or something. Give the platform something new, because right now you gave the platform something it already had. Next one. Sorry, I gotta restart this because...
Firstly,
oh, there it goes. Okay.
here are 3 aviation facts you probably didn't know. Firstly, did you know that dimming the cabin lights during takeoff isn't for your eyes? It's actually an FAA regulation to reduce battery drain on the aircraft's APU. Secondly, the 787's wings are made so flexible in order to generate electrical power for the airplane while flying. And thirdly, the air you breathe inside of the cabin actually comes from the engines. You believed all these facts, didn't you? Only the last one's real.
Yeah. I've been struggling with shorts lately. I was getting 40k views and above. Now I only get 1 to 3k. Man, I really think it's a mistake for people to... If you're a small creator, I wouldn't do April Fool's stuff. You're just like... You're creating some... I don't know. Anyway. So... Let me take a look at a big one, see what went right.
Imagine you go to a gate ready to board your flight and you realize that you're not boarding a plane but a bus? And no, not an airport bus, this bus. Some airlines such as American or United operate these so-called bus flights on their shortest routes. But why?
I gotta say, I have no idea. It's like the same vibe to me. I can go ahead and critique the original. So if you're doing like a list like this, put up number 1 and then have a little counter or something until you get to number 2. Like, that's the simplest thing you can do to make a huge impact, because people know when number 2 is coming up, so they wait. They want to see what the next thing is, right? Even beside it, you could name it something if you want, but let me just show you what I'm talking about, and then I gotta move on. One of my old videos. I think I have this timer. Go all the way back. 5 game-changing websites. Is this one? Here are 5 websites new YouTubers need to know about. Number 1. Okay, so that didn't have it. Give me a sec. Terrible designs. I can't wait for some more. Is it? Oh God. Sorry. 3 worst logo. Okay, I know I have it on here. Okay. So, top 3 worst. Let me show you the little counter that I got. Top 3 worst logo designs. Number 1. Kia's new logo is so confusing that 30,000 people Google KN car every month. So that little 1 thing that it's counting down, people know. Here's number 2. Number 2, Arlington Pediatric Center. And so, yeah, that's really all you got to do for listicle stuff like that. It should help a lot because inherently it creates curiosity. People want to know what's coming up next. Whereas here, you say secondly and thirdly, it's because of the way that you speak, it almost goes so fast into it that I think people might miss it, right? So just add a little bit of structure. That's what I would do. And then make sure the things that you're talking about haven't really been covered or offer something new. Honestly, dude, I think it's just, I don't think anything's wrong with your content. I think it's just people's preference, right? It's just about getting better. That's all. Yeah, so just stick around in the Discord and just keep submitting. And each time you submit, you'll improve one thing. That's really where we all start. Okay, let's do this one. This one's called The Final Double.
This is the weirdest move in darts you will see today. Derek van Duivenbode misses an important chance in the match. But then, he did this genius dance move. And he made a joke about it afterwards. This is the weirdest move in darts you will see today. Derek van Duivenbode
Okay, this I don't consider transformative, alright? Now, this dude, he does a lot of transformative work, so I just know, like, this is right on the line of I'm just saying what people can already see, right? It's kind of like you are technically doing news, like darts news, I guess, but yeah, I have a problem.
This is the weirdest move in darts.
Just because everybody uses this kind of thing, like they'll find a video and then they'll be like, "This thing is crazy. I'm going to explain exactly what happened in the video now." And like, it's just an excuse to steal content, right? So, yeah, I would just recommend adding a little bit more insight to this kind of stuff. Where I've seen your other stuff and it's totally transformative, right? This is the guy I was telling about, the storyteller. So
he did this genius dance move.
This part right here, I think, is totally transformative unless somebody else made that joke.
And he made a joke about it afterwards.
Yeah. So, that's really all I got to say. Also, if this has been covered before, like this actual footage on YouTube, then you're also going to fall in the conflict radius of that. So, yep, that's really it. Okay, so let's bring up the spinner and we are going to get rolling. That's a spin joke. Okay, 1 through 10, we'll just skip. All right. So, what just happened for people that are just joining? I picked 1 through 10 because they were first to submit, and I thought it would be nice to do every once in a while. Maybe next time. I don't know. All right, let's roll. Number 6. Already skipping. Number 58, the very last one that submitted. This one's called Lego Animations. That's the channel name?
The officer
Yeah, it sure is.
had no idea what was coming. 2 robbers showed up. 1 car, 1 motorcycle, 1 sword. The sneaky one crept up slowly and struck Officer down, just like that. He jumped on that motorcycle and vanished. They never found him. The officer had no idea what was coming. 2 robbers showed up. 1 car, 1 motorcycle, 1 sword. The sneaky one.
Man, there's a lot going on here. I hate to say it, but like, the voice immediately takes me out of it because it's like there's no feeling in it. It's just da da yeah yeah no sir blah blah. Like it's just not good content to me because I can't deal with that voice. So that's a personal preference. But let's say that people didn't hate AI voices. Let's see what else we got.
Officer had no idea what was coming. 2 robbers showed up. 1 car, 1 motorcycle, 1 sword. The sneaky one crept up slowly and...
The extra stuff on top it's almost a distraction. I would move your camera around a little bit, like move it to... Okay, watch movies or watch the Lego movie, because when you have a scene and you have people interacting, try to mimic what the camera does, right? You'll see that maybe the camera is below or really close to the character, so you'll want to use your phone at that same type of angle. See if you can recreate the angles that are in the Lego movie, but do it for your stories. And you'll do like 3 to 8 angles per story, just to start getting good at it, right? Because that's really what all the best creators do. They start to learn by mimicking, and then they really get a good grasp of it, okay? So that would be my recommendation there. Start there, join the Discord. I'm glad to see somebody creating some content, though. Very, very cool.
The 3 new Easter brain rots leaked in Steal a Brain Rot. So Sammy has finally leaked the new Easter brain rots. Starting off with Bunny and Eggy, where Sammy has told us that it will generate 185 million per second. Next is this Easter brain rot. While its income and name are still unknown, I think it will be similar to Mastodontico telepiedone. And finally, we have the Hydra Bunny, which generates 170 million per second. The 3 new Easter brain rots.
Okay, so their question here is, why am I stuck in 30K jail? And I can't sort by shorts. One day ago. When did you post it?
The 3 new Easter brain rots leaked.
Okay, April 3rd. So there. That one's probably the big one. I'm looking for the very first time it was posted. The reason that I think it's hidden is because it's already been done on YouTube 3 days ago. The rarest Easter brain rot leaked. If somebody's making that, then somebody's definitely covered all the new brain rots. What's the name? Hit KK1. Yeah, man, I gotta say, it's probably because it's already covered. Anytime that it's just information, new information about a game, somebody already hit it. Most of like the biggest channels hit it real fast. And so if you're a smaller channel, it's gonna be difficult to be the top, right? If you're the first and you get a crap load of views, then everybody else falls into your conflict radius. But outside of that, I think everything's fine. Maybe I would throw up some numbers just to say, here's the character or whatever. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to leave that up. But yeah, I was just searching for one. I found one that had like 300-some thousand. I want to know how to level up my shorts.
I'm hiding $1,000 from fast food places, but will it still be there in 24 hours? Starting with McDonald's, I hid $100 in between a seat cushion. Next at Wendy's, I hid $200 under the bathroom sink. And then at Chick-fil-A, I had $300 under the entrance sign. Hopefully the people passing by don't steal it. And finally for Burger King, I hid $400 in the bushes. But 24 hours later, are they still there? Starting with the $100. Yes. What about the $200? Nope, that's gone. How about the $300? It's still there. And finally the $400 at Burger King. Nope, not here. I'm hiding $1,000 from...
I think it's a really cool idea. How do you level it up?
I'm hiding $1,000 from fast food places, but will it still be there in 24 hours?
Man, I don't have I don't think I have anything for you. Everything that you do in this is something that I would do. Even down to the edit where you're walking away and you have several match cuts of you walking away. That's like, I do that too.
Places, but will it still...
Like, for those that don't know, I'm talking about this right here.
But will it still be there in 24 hours?
And it, like, cuts where it's still, like, him walking in that motion. There was no wasted time. Honestly, I say just keep creating, really. Your ideas are cool. You have the progression icons up there. Just keep creating. This is gonna work for you. Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to you because this is gonna work. I wonder if if some of the original ideas maybe had been done or something along those lines, but this might be a really difficult thing to compete with. But I gotta say, I think it's gonna work. One of these is gonna hit, and then all of them are gonna get views. All of the your backlog, it's gonna work. I'm gonna keep an eye on you because I don't really have much to say. It's really, really impressive.
This is a QR code. Let's make one in 30 seconds with Python. So the first thing you want to do is import the QR code module. Then you want to make a function to generate the QR code based on your website and what file you want it to be. After that, just lay out all the little details, give it your website, and then just choose what colors you want it to be. And now
Okay, so why did it flatline at only 700 views? Why was the swipe rate only that? So just to be clear, there's also a reason why content doesn't perform. Like, there's not always a hidden reason. It's just that people aren't interested, right? So one is how to generate a QR code with Python. I mean, QR code in Python. One reason is that there's probably a ton of these, right? 46K, 120 or 182K. Yeah. So 1.8 million. Oh, that's probably not Python. But yeah, odds are it already exists. But also, how many people are super interested in this topic in general?
this is a QR code.
It could just be that. It's just a topic that only certain people are interested. This is more of a search-based short, so it will probably continue to gain views over time. But as far as like, why is the swipe rate only 47%? Because 53% of people weren't very interested. I really think that it's just that simple, unfortunately. So just keep creating content because one of your ideas is going to be great. And I also think that
this is a QR.
Your approach is very, very clean.
QR code. Let's make one in 30.
This is a QR code. It's just a tutorial. Like, there's not any huge hook to it. It's just like, here's how to make something which can perform in the shorts feed, but it's more like search-based. Spidey Steve. I keep leaving that damn thing up. I'm gonna put a timer on it.
Play Minecraft, but you can only use the letter A. Basically, if it starts with the letter A, you can hold and use it. This isn't immediately useful.
Okay, so I gotta say that it's already confusing to me. I'm redoing this concept with a whole mod team and better editing software, but was curious what you thought of the concept. Concept is too confusing.
With random items like Azure Bluette, armor stands, and apples, which are mostly useless, but what really comes into play is Acacia. You can use almost every Acacia woodblock and andesite, which makes a half-decent color palette.
Okay, so you can only use items?
Play Minecraft, but you can only use the letter A. Basically, if it starts with the letter A, you can hold and use it. This is
okay, so it's items, but you never said the word item or anything, so
isn't immediately useful with random items like Azure Bluette, armor stands, and apples, which are mostly useless.
I mean, I guess.
But what really comes into play is Acacia. You can use.
Is Acacia an item technically? I don't know. Anyway, I would have made that more specific. The way that you say it, it almost sounds like there's other things besides stuff that is in your inventory. Like something else, you can only use the letter A. I don't know. I didn't get it. So I gotta say that it's probably confusing people. That's it. I think that's it.
Almost every Acacia woodblock and andesite, which makes a half-decent color palette, if you don't mind holes in your door. It almost gets exciting when you realize you have ancient debris and a fuel source, but the player will quickly realize that turning ancient debris into netherite scraps, which start with the...
Okay, yeah. The rest... I don't know. It seems like you're setting up for a story, but... I don't know, man. Honestly, I just think it's the idea. It might work. I don't play the game, but when I see it, I'm like, if I'm confused, I wonder if people that do play the game are confused. Okay, so it's just an edit channel. I'm a basketball edits channel. I've been in and out of 30K view jail. I was wondering, in terms of my niche and style, how can I take viral videos from my competitors and make them transformative? You don't. Just don't. First of all, edits aren't really something that... I just don't see edits blowing up anymore. I mean, unless you're already an established channel. This was March 21st. Shit, maybe I'm wrong. It's very rare that we have an edits channel come in here that gets over 30,000 views. It's kind of rare that they get over 1,000. But do I need to stick to my style and format that I've been doing for months? Or can I change? I mean, if it's working for you, right? It seems like it's working. I don't really have much advice for edit channels, because I don't, it's really all I ever say is, yeah, you can use it as a portfolio, I guess. Are you intending to get monetized? Is that because I just think that most edit channels that get monetized get demonetized pretty fast when YouTube figures out that it's not their original content. Most edit channels aren't transformative enough either. It's difficult to not fall into the conflict radius of some other edit channel that did it too. It's like I always say, you're just kind of giving YouTube the same stuff that it already had. So can I take hooks from other viral shorts in different niche and apply them to my own niche? I don't know. In edit channels, I don't really know. You can, like, this looks more like a meme. I'm going to pause this for a second because there's nothing I'm giving you that is helpful. Playing the NBA for 1 month. Yeah, see, this is a solid meme, funny idea. 1 month, 1 year, like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Because it's just like, it's a meme, right? But an edit channel, the edit compilations, people throw it together with CapCut and all this stuff. It's a different thing. So yeah, I think you can make it work, especially with existing hooks. Honestly, I think, man, it's difficult. I think if you move away from editing and go into more hooks and that sort of thing, I think it could work. I think it could get monetized if that's what you're trying to do. But then again, all the previous edit stuff that you've done, I don't know if that's monetizable or not. Yeah, edit channels are really, really tough because it's just using a bunch of other people's content and not adding any insights, right? You're not changing the content besides just making it like a vibe instead. So it's difficult. I usually just don't edit channels, or I don't help edit channels very much. I'm gonna open the one that I just skipped on accident. Top 10 World Cup scorers. This video hit 1K within 10 minutes and just stopped. Yeah, that's how seed audiences work. Before 1 hour, currently sits under 2K. Yeah, so this always happens, right? That's what YouTube does when it's looking for your target audience. This top 10 stuff, is there a voice? I see I see kind of ranking stuff like this a lot, or a tier list or whatever. But there are many that aren't this glitchy thing and they don't have a logo that, I don't know. Like it already exists on YouTube. It's a lot. I think the style you're going for is kind of getting in the way of the point of what you're trying to do. But yeah, think about how you can offer a little bit more value. I don't really know how to help this stuff either. It just feels like there's not a lot of effort going into it. Anybody can do this, right? I can just say top 10 movies and then put 10 movies on there. I can automate it with AI. Does YouTube care? Nah. So, yeah. I'd recommend putting your insights in here. Like, if you really love soccer, then talk about it. Talk about what you love about it. You know, it's just this, rating it is just so low barrier, okay?
actually weigh in Gorilla? How much does forest actually weigh in Gorilla Tag? Oh, firstly, there's 20 trees in forest, which are...
Oh. Okay, I get it. In forest. 1 sec.
65 feet. How much does forest actually weigh in Gorilla Tag? Oh, firstly, there's 20 trees in forest, which are 65 feet. And using that, you can calculate that it's 11,000 pounds for each tree. And so if you time...
Okay, so you asked why are my views worse than usual? Because nobody asks this question. Nobody ever wonders how much something like this weighs. It's like, it's ridiculous, right? I would go on Reddit or something and search in what's the most. Here, let's do it together. This should help. I feel like the past few I'm giving nothing to. Like when this is not low effort, by the way, but the previous ones just don't kind of meet that standard for me. And so when I have several of those in a row, I get exhausted because I'm trying to help, but there's nothing I can say without them changing everything that they're doing, you know? All right, so here's what I would do. We go to Reddit here and we type, what is the most common... Oh, wait, we can just do ask here. Nope. What's the most common asked question? Actually, you do hypothetical. Hypothetical questions or discussions related to Gorilla Tag. I don't know if that's one word or two, but anyway, so I just go to the ask thing, and then are the kind minigames kids good? What? What is the worst animal in Gorilla Tag? Maybe that's an idea for you. How do you feel about racist screechers? Maybe that's something. Can you kill a gorilla with a pistol before it kills you in a hypothetical situation? I do not think that's about Gorilla Tag. But anyway, or you could search about VR in general or anything, really. Go to r/Gorilla Tag and take a look at what people are talking about. Should kids be allowed in Gorilla Tag? That sort of thing. Should there be a system to kick players out of lobbies? Like, thinking about that, pondering on that idea, that's the kind of thing, that's the kind of research you should do to get your ideas. I think, how much does forest weigh? I'm assuming forest is a level. Not really a question I don't think anybody's asking, right? That's tough. Okay. Where the hell is the spinner? My spinner disappeared. But it's right here. Oh, yeah, that's why. All right, sorry. Thank you, Will. All right. Skip to the next one. 27.
English. Thank you. Japanese. Arigatou gozaimasu. What is the appropriate amount of toothpaste? His or hers? The toothpaste is the least of your problems. Infertility is genetic. If your parents couldn't have kids, you also won't. Your dealer's number, please. English. Thank you.
Why I can't break 30K view jail. What can I improve? What you liked about the channel? Man. It's... yeah, y'all give me a minute, all right? So, it's nothing against you, Avi. Great stories. I'm sorry. It's really, it's not really about you. It's just that we get so many creators, like, damn. The whole thing that I try to do with Creator Rant is just to help real creators. And what I mean by that is somebody that like creates something on their own. And really, it's just about doing less than the bare minimum. And those that don't do that, the point is to guide them to where they can do that, right? So this isn't on you, really. It's just like what I would normally do here is say, look, what you're doing, you're just kind of going and collecting memes across the internet and then putting it on some Roblox footage or whatever. And it takes such little effort that YouTube doesn't care. But the thing is, when you have to do it over and over and over again, it gets tiring. It's really difficult, especially when people want to argue about it. And it's like, it's tough because all of the competition that I have for Creator Rant, they all say, you can do this to get rich. You can do this to go viral. And it never, like, they're just fucking lying. They're just lying to people. Like earlier today, I went on Reddit and I saw some dude tell another person who was already succeeding at creating something original. He said, dude, you should do the ranking niche instead. It's booming. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you ever say that to somebody that's actually creating something and you say, you know what? You should put in less effort. Dude, it's ridiculous. So yeah, no, this isn't on you, Avi. Really, it's just it's the damn situation right now. It's exhausting, you know? But the whole point is to help convert, to guide, to show people, look, we want real creators on YouTube. We want people to really create stuff, create film, create something with their damn hands, write a story, anything, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's it's exhausting sometimes. I promise you it's not on you, okay? My recommendation would just be to look into what you're passionate about, what you really, really like to do. I don't think anybody wakes up in the morning and says, man, I can't wait to collect more memes. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm old. I mean, one of those things is for sure true. But anyway, I don't have much to say. Sorry, everybody, for the rant. I feel like I'm not even helping y'all today, man. It's just, fuck. Okay. Number 37. This one's called Animal Index.
This animal lives forever, and scientists are trying to use its genes to make us do the same. Meet the Hydra. No, not the mythical animal, but this little guy about the size of a grain of rice. It has the ability to replace every single cell it has, so it physically cannot die. Not only that, but if you cut it in half, both pieces grow back into two living animals. Now comes the interesting part. The gene behind this is called FOXO. The insane part is that humans have it too, so researchers are racing to figure out how to switch it on the same way the Hydra does. This will provide countless benefits like slow aging and even organ regeneration. But if scientists manage to pull this off, will it benefit us or will it potentially ruin human evolution? Comment below. This animal lives forever and scientists are trying to
I feel like we're at Thanksgiving and Dad just yelled at your brother and everybody's just super quiet now.
If I was a streamer in Mr. Beast's
Oh,
cube, this
good.
is...
Thank God. Okay. Here we go.
If I was a streamer in Mr. Beast's cube, this is how it went. In the paintball game, I'd not shoot a picture, but turn around and shoot a streamer instead. Then in the Lamborghini game, I'd ignore the 10 minutes, shuffle around the car, pushing off other streamers. But by now, everyone would know I play dirty, so I'd pick sports because that's solo. And I'd scream to Speed, "Hey, Speed, go into gear second, bro!" So he would pose like Luffy. Then while he's looking down, I'd score. In the shape memory game, I'd stand with one foot in the shape and carry the other 3 streamers to all get points. And in dodgeball, I'd run around in a circle the entire time, pushing streamers into Chandler's balls. And finally, in basketball, I'd eat Jimmy's finger, letting me do a beast domain expansion, paying the basketball to score. Subscribe to see how I'd win.
Okay, so I like the approach. I remember the one that you posted last, like, broke my brain because there was just so much stuff that happened. Really, I think that you're still onto something really special, but be selective about what you show in the frame, because there's so many things here. I want to try something real quick. Let me what can I add to maybe color source? Will that work? Oh no! One sec. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to add something in here to make a mark. I just want to try something. So we'll just do Pixel Beef's face. Somebody tell Levi he's on screen. All right, so I'm just placing him there because I want to know all the places that I'm looking.
Mr. Beast's cube, this is how it went. In the paintball game,
that's simple enough.
I'd not shoot a picture, but turn around and shoot a streamer instead. Then in the Lamborghini game, I'd ignore the 10 minutes, shuffle around the car, pushing off
Okay, you know, maybe it's not so much an eyeline thing, but some of the stuff just shows so
But by
much.
now,
If there's a possibility to create a little more negative space, like there's 5, you know, I like all the things that you're showing. Like this one, I don't know where to look besides the text.
Because that's solo. And I'd scream to Speed, "Hey, Speed, go into gear second, bro!"
Yeah, I don't know. And this could just be a me thing, but some of the stuff, I just feel like there's a lot going on in your story, and there's a lot going on visually. So it's difficult for me to keep up. But yeah, I just wanted to try that to see if that worked or not. It does work. Your thing, this is my best video view-wise for the time it's been up. 1 out of 10. How else can I improve? I think idea-wise, like how should I approach ideas? Royal Pear type niche. You know, my only problem with this, and I said it before about Royal Pear, is he makes his stuff about him. They're like more him-centric. Like, I went to Mr. Beast games, I did this, I did that. At least lately, that's what I've seen. And he's big enough to where people care about that stuff. Whereas you still need a hook. You're still smaller, right? So make me care about something besides you. Can you do that? Because right now, I have to care about you to enjoy this.
If I was a streamer in Mr. Beast's cube...
Right. It's only for people that like you and know you, right? Make more people like you. Give them something else. That's honestly, I'm not really gonna give anything else because I think that's probably the thing that might be holding you back. I understand that hypotheticals they come easy to you, especially when you go wild with these stories, but try to think what would people really, really grab hold of. I'm glad to see you. Breathing life back into the stream. Why won't this vid and similar break past 1,000?
Flashpoint just dropped, and this update is stacked with new threats and better loot. Suits on, shades on. It's Nin Kujin, the gaming executive. There's a brand new arc threat.
Because probably people covered it. It's just, it seems like an update thing about Arc Raiders. Odds are it got covered like 50, 100 times before you did it. Flashpoint update. You could just look at it. Flashpoint update. It seems like you're covering the bare minimum too, like the basics. Maybe with AI voice or something. Oh, sorry. This is Arc Raiders. So 7 days ago. Yours was April 2nd. Oh, that's long form. One sec. 7 days ago, yours. Okay, yeah. So Arc Raiders covered it first. And then how do you get out of the conflict radius if they're going to be huge, right? Or if they're going to get 100,000 views, how do you get more than them? Well, you have to add your own insights. You have to add your own opinions. Add an opinion. Say, wow, I can't wait till this because this. That's all. That's how you stand out from what they post. What makes yours any different from the Arc Raiders channel? All you're saying is everything that the Arc Raiders channel probably said, right? So you're not going to break past 1,000 because that's your seed audience. YouTube immediately killed it because it's already been done. It's my voice and my own B-roll. Oh, it's your voice? That's your voice? Holy shit. That's a great voice. So it's a good voice. I think that you're getting caught in the conflict radius though, still. Do you add your own opinions?
Flashpoint just dropped, and this update is stacked with new threats and better loot. Suits on, shades on. It's Nin Kujin, the gaming executive. There's a brand new arc threat. Meet the Vaporizer. This thing is built to punish bad positioning. Don't bother throwing wolf packs or seekers at this thing. They won't work. A new map condition, close scrutiny.
Okay, yeah, if you're just basing it off of information, then copy content is harsh. Yeah, so if it's just information that you're giving, I looked over here thinking the camera's over there for some reason. If it's just information you're giving, it's going to be difficult to get out. It seems like Arc Raiders is really on their YouTube channel. Like, a lot of brands aren't. A lot of games aren't. But, yeah, it seems like they are. They're really on it. They know how to market. So, if you're only giving information, it's going to be tough to break out of that. I'd recommend offering your opinions. You play, right? Show a little bit of your gameplay and say, I can't wait to do that because of this or whatever. Finally, this thing can happen because everybody knows we all struggle with this, that sort of thing. That, and then work on your hooks. Like, why is nobody talking about this, about the new Arc Raiders update or something along those lines? Yeah, that'll make you stand out for sure. We have to skip 3 because I already covered the first 10. Man, you got a great voice. Seriously, it is awesome. Like, I would quit this and then start a voice acting channel. I'd start a voice acting business if I were you. And 2 years later, I'm a millionaire because John told me to go into voice acting. McDonald's CEO is cooked. General advice, tips for consistent viral videos. I have to check something real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, moving on. Anybody can fill them in if they wonder why I didn't review them.
Guys, I just found out the epic secret of Barcelona's counterattack, and it...
When I hear it, I think you didn't find anything out because you're not human. Like, you can't... If you're going to use a hook like that, it's not going to convince me that you're a human. And so I can't connect, I can't relate to it. That's probably going to be a problem if you continue using that voice. I'd recommend hitting up Nin Kujin.
Guys, I just found out the epic secret of Barcelona's counterattack, and it's way smarter than people think. It all starts with one hidden detail that pulls the whole defense out of shape before the attack even begins. I won't reveal it here. Watch closely and comment your finding if you can.
You won't reveal it here? You won't give value? What are you doing then? Like, you give it at the end. That's how you provide value to a viewer. That's how they subscribe. That's how, yeah, because this is just dumb.
Defense out of shape.
Guys, I know this thing. It's really awesome. I'll explain like slight details about it, but I'm not gonna fucking tell you it. No way. Cool, dude.
Just found out the epic secret of Barcelona's counterattack.
Yeah, so you're creating a lot of viewer dissatisfaction when you hype something up and then you don't close that loop. Definitely change that. I changed the voice, but your approach to using somebody else's content was technically transformative. You are pointing something out about it. You're giving an insight into it. You should have completed it, but everybody learns, you know? That's the best way to learn. So those are my tips. Number 76. What can I do better?
Times when Mackenyu proves he is Zoro in real life. First off, Mackenyu is actually as good as Zoro when it comes to directions, letting him always get lost.
Oh, I'm definitely going the opposite way on the road, huh?
And directions are not the only thing he forgets. Sometimes he even forgets his lines too.
Netflix is now streaming on Netflix.
And Mackenyu's personality is naturally quiet, calm, and intense, just like Zoro. But
Okay, so you say, what can I do better? I like your idea. I think it's a really smart
he can
thing.
times when
sometimes people just like the lazy way to do this is top 5 times this guy was awesome, right? Then it takes 0 effort, but you draw comparisons, you actually add insights to it. It's transformative of the original content that you're using. It's fine to me. I just recommend coming up with new ideas. Like I don't know. Anything that I recommend on top of this would be something that you're not doing on your channel, like, and it wouldn't work really. I would look into, what's that? Watch Mojo, like what they do, their type of hooks, that sort of thing, because that's the vibe you've got going on here. I think it's Watch Mojo, right? Watch Mojo. Which is weird. They do a lot of top things. Top 5 times Young Sherlock was blah blah blah, and it's a ranking thing. But I'm pretty sure they have the license to use this stuff.
So I'll use this to poke that big punching bag looking thing on the roof of his mouth.
Okay, everything I said about Watch Mojo, ignore that, because if you do it, you're gonna get in trouble. I don't know if they have license for it or not, but anyway, yeah, just keep working on it, man. Keep. Your idea was fine, so drawing those comparisons are really good. I have to bring it up over here. Yeah, I'm skipping. I'm really not in the mood. Bum bum. Ba-da-ba-dum, bum, bum.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Hostile cruiser to income.
The screen tracking was so good.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Hostile.
That fucking screen, dude. I would hate if it looked better, to be honest, because it is just so funny watching that screen bounce around.
Hostile.
That's so good. General advice: how you could fix the hook. So that is, maybe it's too many words. I guess it's okay, but doesn't it change super fast? Yeah, let me think of a different hook real quick. I'm gonna pause it. POV, you can't decide between a handshake and a fist bump. That awkward moment. POV. Between a handshake and a fist bump. It's like it clutters something that could be much simpler. How else could we say this? You can't decide between a handshake and a fist bump. When you're always wrong here. Man, normally I'm able to like just throw out something that'll work, but my brain has just stopped working today. POV, you can't decide between a handshake and a fist bump. You try to shake someone's hand is fine. You try to dap somebody up. Yeah, when bro doesn't dap you up. Yeah, that's good. Oh, that's really good. I am Swiss cheese. I hate saying your name, but yeah, dude, that's really good. When bro doesn't dap you up. Like when you can say bro and use words that the youngins use, then I think it's solid. Yeah, that one's really good. You and bro not on the same wavelength. That one's okay, but on the same wavelength is a little, in my opinion, it's like a 6th grade, 7th grade copy when we're aiming for 4th grade. Because they have to like connect an extra dot. Not on the same wavelength is more of like an analogy, sort of, I guess. It's like a metaphor. But when you go more literal, like how you would explain it to a child, then I think that's where I'm leaning. Yeah, that's what I would do. Honestly, I really like the rest of the idea. Could you make it faster? Let me see.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up, bro?
When bro doesn't dap you up.
What's up, bro? Oh.
Okay, that awkward moment where you're standing rather than moving. Yeah, it's like you're a boomer waiting on somebody to hit record. It's a split second, but it matters. Just so you guys know, I'm not crazy. I don't know. It's just a little bit. That's something I would have cut out as a
Hostile cruise missile incoming.
Then I probably would have. You know what? I know that this is like this is extreme the way that you do things, but in my case where I go to dap the guy up and then it doesn't work out, I would show my face and I would just look devastated, right? And then I would do some sort of dreamlike transition where it's obvious that I'm imagining something. And then I go through the whole process and then it blows up and then it goes back to me and I'm just standing there and the guy's just waiting there, right? Something like you end up being the one not dapping them up. Something like that. And you know, where I get the visual idea is probably something I saw on a sitcom, right? Just in the back of my brain, I know that the pacing would work that way. Maybe Eric from That 70s Show was just like thinking of something and then he snaps back into reality and everybody is like, what are you doing? So that's what I would do personally. I think I think it's really good though. All right. Number 41. Okay, this one is called Ranking Hour. I wonder what kind of content it is.
Ranking funniest.
Okay, so let's do some VIPs. All right, we've got 5 VIPs. For those that don't know, in the VIPs, in the Discord, there's a VIP section, and if you join the VIPs, you always get picked, like these people are about to. So first, we've got Bitter Life. Realcreator.community is the VIPs.
Everyone loves...
Dude, I am like not promoting anything. I'm just like, let's fucking do this. Will, I'm sorry, man. I'm way off my game today.
Everyone loves building their house, but most people pick the wrong roof. Some go with a flat top, which can make your base look squat and like a rectangle. Some build their roof out of only stairs, which can make it look like a triangle. But the best thing to do is make sure your roof flows with the rest of your build, so it keeps the original shape you had in mind. Everyone loves building...
I cannot believe I didn't see this. I knew that you did something about... I just never watched it. I did not expect that. Okay. How helpful ever... Oh, how can I... Anything I can improve? I got... It's not only VIPs. We're getting back to normal after they're done. There's only like 5 of them. So... yeah.
Building their house, but most people pick the wrong roof.
Okay, my only thought is everyone loves building their house might not be the strongest hook, really. I guess they do. Let me think on it real quick.
Everyone loves building their house, but most people pick the wrong roof. Some go with a flat top, which can make your base look squat and like a rectangle. Some build their roof out...
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't change anything. I think that the topic itself... That's not supposed to be on. I think the topic itself lends to difficult hooks, and I think you executed it well enough. Everyone loves building their house, but most people... Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's a really good hook. Did you get that from Hook Bomb? I have to check. Everyone loves niche item, but most people pick the wrong niche tool. Yeah, cool. You know, I have to change the word tool to like more of a niche item as well. Some of these are more specific to what that guy says, but what you did is great. And maybe like you can execute you can execute a hook well from Hook Bomb. Some of them will work better than others. Even it also depends on what item you're talking about, right? So yeah, I dig it, man. For anybody that's wondering what I'm looking at right now, this is Hook Bomb. It's a tool that I made to look up viral hooks. Basically, it makes it really easy to break them down so you can use them yourself. Like this one right here, I think I talked about it last time, but this guy, he says, I can't figure out how to do something, so he Googles it, and then it says coding for a year, and he does the exact same thing because it's something that he forgot. And so you could do that with a bunch of different things, like 1 month of YouTube, how to go viral, 1 year of YouTube, how to go viral because you never went viral. But anyway, it's got examples and personal notes from me right there, and there's just a ton of them. And actually, I have a bunch to add after this. I keep saying that, but now, yeah. You can search by niche if you want to. This is for faceless channels if you want to go that direction. A lot of you are faceless. So, yeah, check it out. Hookbomb.com. It's not a goddamn subscription. Everything's a subscription nowadays. I'm sick of it. Okay. Number 2. Cat Mom Chronicles. How does the storytelling work? Let's take a look.
You would think that having cats is easy because they just take care of themselves. Nope. There are daily routines that have to be supervised, like the grand garden opening. Thor starts with a full-blown existential crisis at the door, and then he remembers that running a lap around our yellow chair is the only way to get it opened. Good memory, Thor. Meanwhile, Turkle is just pacing like he's on a red carpet. He's never...
Okay, I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to be curious about. Okay, let's go back.
You would think that having cats is easy because they just take care of themselves. Nope. There are daily routines that have to be supervised, like the grand garden opening.
Okay, there's really no hook in here besides you saying I have to watch my cats, right? I have to supervise my cats. And so it's kind of explaining how that works. Storytelling is not the opposite of hook, right? Stories also need hooks. You just need to figure out the angle that you want to go at. So, yeah, I don't think that there is one in here. It's just kind of explaining a day in the life of your cats. And so I don't think people will be interested in that as well as, like, as much as if there were a hook. I can try to find an angle, but you're kind of just talking about a daily routine.
Routines. And one very happy cat mom.
Yeah. There's nothing for me to get invested in, right? I don't, like, there was one story where you had about the cat that always walks around, and you could say something like, this might be the weirdest cat habit I've ever seen. So every day I open my door and this cat will walk out. I can't remember which one is which that does the thing, but this guy over here, he has a little quirk. And then you show the walking around the chair and that sort of thing. People have to be curious about what the weird thing is, because that's the first thing you said, that he's got a very unique habit, right? But outside of that, and I told you about the voice thing, an issue that you have with your voice is pacing. This voice takes forever to say stuff. It's just, oh my God, it takes so long.
You would think that having cats is easy because they just take care of themselves. Nope.
Yeah, that, I mean, there's so much silence there that I would just cut. And I know you're going for a vibe, but this vibe is long form. And so I'm still on that edge, like, you know, if you want to do this type of vlog stuff, then long form, it's people get invested. They want to turn on the cat stuff and just see them do whatever they do. But for shorts, you got to be very clear about, this is the value I'm offering, this is the joke, this is the hook or whatever, and it's equally as important in storytelling. This one, I'd love to break it down and make it a story, but there's just nothing. There's nothing to stick around to the end. Okay. So, yeah. I got nothing else to say about that one. This one is...
Everybody hangs his dartboard incorrectly, even professionals. And that's exactly why you don't improve. So make sure your dartboard is at the perfect height. With the file you can make micro adjustments to perfect adjust the height of your dartboard. And make sure your dartboard is level, so the distance is always the same. Even a perfect throw gonna fix it. Take into account that your dartboard is a few centimeters away from the wall, so you must edit this distance to your throwing distance. And always wear the same shoes to avoid height differences. Everybody hangs...
Okay, so there's some things that could probably be cut out, but yeah, you could just pick and choose what details are super important. The hook here should be something like... Most people don't know that this is messing up your dart game, or however you say it, even professionals. So the thing to be curious about is, what is the issue? What are people doing wrong? And then you're going to have to reveal that, not at the end. To say the other stuff, the instructions, you're going to have to close that loop, which means you'll have to open up another one. I'll explain how to do that here in just a second.
Everybody hangs his dartboard incorrectly.
Everybody does this incorrectly, right? But you could have taken advantage of that and like held that information back a little bit by just saying, you know, this is screwing up. This screws up so many dart players' games, and most professionals don't even know about it. And then it's like, okay, whatever. You could say a couple more sentences that lead up to it, and then you reveal that. Once you do, then you can say, and it's because they're hanging it incorrectly. But the way, hold on.
Of your dartboard. And make the file you can make micro...
Yeah, so it's, you close it by saying, it's because they're hanging it incorrectly. But the way to... It's because they're hanging it wrong. But the way to do it right is a little more complicated than you'd expect. Okay, now I'm curious about the right way to do it. Because you closed the reason, and then you've opened up the how. And then at the end, of course, you close the how. So that's what I would do there. It's more of it's a double... It's like... It's two hooks in a story. Like, you have two loops instead of one. Generally, the story that we talked about earlier, the gaming one, I won't reveal too much about it, which I still think is genius. You have the one loop, right? There's tension building. You want to know what happens at the end. You have a hell of a punchline. But then this one is like, there's two loops. What's the thing messing everybody up that most professionals don't know about? And then what's the correct way to do it? All right, then we go on to number 4. Shorties from Ben. Took your advice in trying different things other than horror stories. Funny enough, it's my most viewed short so far. Still only 1K views, so it's just a seed audience.
A mailman stopped at a house to deliver a package, but when he opened the mailbox, he noticed a shiny gold envelope inside. After seeing no one was watching, he opened it and saw it was a check for $1 million. But then the homeowner busted out of the house, running right towards him. Terrified, he ran away from the man as fast as he could. But when he finally caught his breath down the road, he noticed something weird on the check. It wasn't addressed to anyone. So after thinking long and hard about what to do, he wrote his name on the check and headed for the nearest bank. A mailman stopped at a house to deliver a package, but when he opened the mailbox, he noticed a shiny gold envelope inside. After seeing no one was watching, he
Okay. I'm going to show you something. And I really want to make a point about voices. I hate to do it, but there's a very similar story that if you got your storytelling right, you could pull this off. But there's a disconnect in this. There's something that makes me not care so much about it. You have the elements of a story, especially the punchline where he fills it out, but there's just something missing, something that just makes me not care as much. Give me 1 second. So I found a key in my mailbox, but it wasn't a normal key. Okay, so he found a golden envelope, right? That's the different thing. Found a key in my mailbox, but it wasn't a normal key. See, I had been waiting on a package, but the key that I found wouldn't open the door. So I tried calling the... So little things like the key that I found wouldn't open the door. The little pause, the little subtleties build tension like an AI voice just can't. Open the door. So I tried calling the post office, but I'd have to call back in the morning. Then there's an obstacle. Later that night, I'm getting ready for bed when suddenly I hear this low rumbling sound coming from outside. So I get up, I look outside, and I'm confused. For some reason, in the middle of the night, the mail was being delivered, but then I think maybe it's my package. So I grab my jacket, I run outside, and as I'm getting closer to the truck, I realize this dude is not delivering the mail. He is. Okay, so what's he doing? Anyway, the point here is when I listen to your stuff, I feel like I can't really connect to it.
A mailman stopped at a house to deliver a package, but when he opened the mailbox, he noticed a shiny gold envelope inside. After seeing no one was watching, he opened it and saw it was a check for $1 million.
Dude, you know, it's like the AI voice doesn't give a fuck about what it's saying at all. And I think that that's going to hurt you in the long run. The reason I'm bringing this up and I'm being so harsh about it is because I can see the potential everywhere else. But this is just kind of, it's holding you back. And no matter how you improve, no matter how much you improve on everything else, it's still going to hold you back.
Mailman stopped at a house to deliver a package, but when he opened the mailbox,
the mailman stopped at the house to deliver a package, but when he opened the mailbox, he found a gold letter. Inside that gold letter was like,
he noticed
it's just how you say things is just as important as what you say. And some people can use AI voices, but I just don't think that this is one of those situations. I just don't think it'll work for this type of story, for this type of storytelling. It's one thing if it's like, here's information, I'm teaching, whatever, but this requires emotion. It requires nuance and subtlety, and it's just not there.
Shiny gold envelope inside.
I think the payoff is fine. I see your question. The payoff is fine. That's my biggest issue with it. Okay, last one. Night guard light.
Where is the best place to hide in the FNAF 1 building? Most people might think it's the toilet, but it's not even close to the best. First of all, we have to make sure that if we hide there, we are not visible at all. So the places that stay are the dining area, the kitchen, and the backstage. We have to get rid of the kitchen, because Chica is there most of the time. The dining area is too...
Okay, how to keep retention better for my newest video. I know that the hook was bad because it's blurry and a lot of people don't know what they're looking at. But I'm looking at how to get better retention. It seems fine. I don't know. I don't see what's blurry. It looks good.
Where is the best place to hide in the FNAF 1 building? Most people might think it's the toilet, but it's not even close to the...
Yeah, everything is very clear. I'm not sure what you're saying.
Best. First of all, we have to make sure that if we hide there, we are not visible at all.
Yeah, man, this is very simple compared to what you've been doing. I like it.
So the places that stay are the dining area, the kitchen, and the backstage.
Yeah, I got nothing, to be honest with you. This seems fine. I mean, didn't it do well? Yeah. I'm not sure what you're talking about, dude. I'm sorry.
We have to get rid of the kitchen because
Okay. Well, talk to me in the Discord because I'm just lost on this one. It doesn't make sense. Okay, let's go back to normal people. The not VIPs. That's what I mean. All right. All right. Number 18. Luke. What am I doing wrong?
That's right.
It was cool now, but when it started, I'm like, I would have swiped before I even recognized what you were doing because it just looked like a random video that somebody took. Like, you have to immediately catch people's attention, make them know why they're watching, and you didn't do that here. Yeah, it just looks like somebody recorded chicken nugget. They're already gone. That's the problem.
That's right.
Holy shit. Oh, dude, the face in the background is so good. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. That's right. Wow. I am blown away. Okay. That one music guy, are you in the Discord? I would like to know. That was fucking awesome. Yeah, the problem here is you might know what this meme is, like this dude losing the chicken nugget. So you might be used to the footage. You might think that everybody kind of knows what this is. They want to watch to the good part, right? But I had no idea what it was. And so it just seemed like some kid took out his phone and recorded him eating a chicken nugget to me. So people bail. I mean, it takes you 4 seconds to get to something cool. You need to get right into it, right? Or pick a meme that is universally known. It would have to be something from a year or two ago, maybe 10 years ago, something along those lines. But this, I mean, we've just witnessed somebody that will blow the fuck up. You're going to get huge. I mean, no doubt about it. It's going to happen pretty fast too. I just want to take it. I just want to take credit for it. Nah, but really, dude, this is very, very good. I want to, let me take a look at it. Man, it must be older stuff because like when you're involved, it's so much better. I'm so glad that you chose to be involved, to be on camera. Dude, the dance and everything, fucking just keep doing what you're doing, okay? Try to get there faster. Give people enough context to know what to expect. That's it. That's all I gotta say. There's literally nothing else wrong with it. It's fucking awesome. Maybe you could make it shorter. I don't want it to be shorter, but shorts viewers, you know what I mean? So, yeah. God, man. Whoa. Will, if you see that guy drop in Discord, please let me know.
This random hole on a beach had people convinced a meteor hit the Earth. Basically, a group of guys dug a massive hole in the sand just for fun, and then just left it there like nothing happened. A few days later, the news showed up. They started filming it, thinking something crashed from the sky. People in that area were freaking out, trying to figure out what even caused it.
Okay, so you said, is this kind of content monetizable? It's my first ever channel. Am I doing good? Also, give me some advice. Okay. Well, Roblox rant content is just, like, there's too much of it. There's so much of it. So what you got to do is something really, really unique if you're going to go this low of a barrier, just because it's so easy to do. So the stuff that you're talking about, as long as it's not on YouTube or covered, you might be able to get monetized. I'm talking like maybe 5% chance. Maybe 10%. But seeing as how like this is a popular video or whatever, you're just kind of talking about popular stuff on the internet, but on the internet again. So yeah, you may fall into a conflict radius. Not exactly sure. I would just try to look for something a little more unique to talk about, or maybe try a different format, because Roblox rants are just so, they're so last year. That's number 10. We gotta skip that. Will there be a Q&A? Maybe at the end. All right, this one is called Clean Built.
And this is where form framing becomes even more important, because it's not just about how you look, it's about how you perform.
Okay, so AI images. Last few reels are from my long form. Not sure if it's a good idea to create shorts out of long form content. Typically not, but I thought I'd try it.
Wait,
nothing's really, nothing's being said or anything.
Subscribe.
Why would people subscribe to this? Like, just, am I missing something?
Form framing.
Oh my god, it's the left ear. Okay. Try to... Sorry, let me try again.
And this is where form threading becomes even more important.
This is...
And this is where form threading becomes even more important, because it's not just about how you look, it's about how you perform. Your forearms are literally a connection between your body and the weight.
Okay, so the stuff that you're saying, I'd like point it out. Right now, it feels like something that anybody can do. They just look up some stuff about forearm workouts and then they generate a few AI images and there you go. It's just very low effort. Like, it just doesn't take a whole lot of skill or a whole lot of effort to make. If you're passionate about fitness, there are ways to do this. But yeah. Sorry, I don't know what to say. It's just you're generating 2 images per animation, and I don't know. I would find a different format to talk about fitness, to be honest. Even at you showing it would be better than this. And YouTube, once they see a real human involved, they're like, oh wow, okay, we got some real content, real effort going into this. But when you see AI generated images, people scroll immediately. I would scroll immediately if I saw this. Also, work on making your microphone come out of both ears. You can use it for mono if you want. All right.
Someone tell Crunchyroll April Fools
It was very quiet too.
is over because they just released the nominees of the anime of the year and they are a complete joke. You're telling me Solo Leveling Season 2, the one breaking records, didn't even get nominated, but Season 1 won last year? Make it make sense. How to Crunchy...
Okay, so opinions on anime. My videos keep getting stuck between 28K and 30K. Yeah, it's Roblox rants, so I don't know what else to tell you. It's something that everybody can do. I really think that that's the issue for most people that do this shit. I'm honestly thinking about just banning it because we get so much of it. It's so unoriginal that it's so, like, I feel bad for the people that do transformative stuff. You do transformative stuff. You're offering opinions, but it's just so easy to do that who cares? That, like, gurus. So many gurus are like, how to make Roblox rants and make money and blah, 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 blah. How's it working out, you know? One sec. Man, I hate to be like this. Because I'm not helping you. I don't know what else to say. How many people are gonna... Yeah, you say Roblox rant is so much. Yeah, it's like every other one is Roblox rants. I don't know what else to say about them. I feel bad because the people that put effort into it, they haven't been told, hey, dude, it's not worth it. They've been told, hey, dude, it's worth it. And what am I supposed to do, guys? Like, I want to help. I do. That's the whole point of this. But there's just so fucking many. I don't know what else to do about it. Like, it's... Roblox rants are why I stopped submitting, sorry to say. I guess we gotta make the call then. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta make the call. We have to do something, dude. Like, maybe limit it to 1 per stream. I mean, it might be the very first one, but jeez. They take up space. Yeah, alright. Alright. Okay, alright, it's decided. No more Roblox rants. That's the end. Leo, that's... You can't do mod commands. It only works for mods. But you can type the link if you want. Yeah. Okay. All right. No more Roblox rants. It's over. It's over, guys. Okay. You create curiosity, then you have a reveal of the card, and that's cool. But I think you need at least a text hook, right? Like, is there another version of this? Or is there something that makes this card specifically interesting? I wish I knew more about it, but like, all you're doing is just kind of showing what a card looks like. Make me more curious. Why should I wait to see what it looks like? Besides the fact that I want to know what's on the other side, make me a little more curious. What makes it so important, right? Make that text at the top. This new design is crazy, or this new design is fire. There, that's a text hook. Now you've made me curious about what it looks like. But just hiding it and then revealing is it's not going to do enough for you. So yeah, kudos for not being Roblox rants. By the way, the person that decision was made on, not your fault. Okay, not your fault. It's just that's the situation now. That's what YouTube is. You were just the straw that broke the camel's back. This is sick. I like the song. I just don't know what else to expect.
Wants me to Duca. I told her I'll come to for around 8. She said, that sounds great. Shorty girl's a trooper. No matter what I need her to do, she be like,
dude, this is interesting. Like, I didn't know what to expect, but it seems like you're kind of starting your own trend with the song. Yeah, it takes a while to get there. I kind of like it, but I don't know what else to expect. It's just gameplay, right? So, a highlight reel of you being good at a game isn't enough for people. You got to make them curious about something. Like, what happens at the end? What's so important about this besides you just being good at a game, right? Yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say about that. I'm going to skip the 1 through 10. Number 71. Not Zero VR. Why is this short outperforming the rest? I bet it's because of curiosity, but let's see.
Yo, dude, I bet you can't do this.
Okay, I'm curious. Can he do it?
Well, yeah, I can. Watch this.
Yeah, okay, okay, buddy. Yeah, he's so. Yo, dude.
Okay, that's why it's doing better. People want to see if it happened. Could it have a better hook? Sure, but because like not everybody's invested in how good this guy is. But that's why it did well, because people wanted to see if he could make it. You created a curiosity loop, and then at the end you closed it. That's it. That's all shorts need to be. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. That is why it's working. Number 88. Mangrover 2. Why am I not going viral?
This block can steal entire hotbars. But let me explain. Minecraft has recently added the new shelf block. You can use it to store your hotbar and easily toggle between what you want in your inventory. And by activating them with levers, you can actually place your entire hotbar on there. So unlike an item frame, even if you have something in your first slot and you right click it with your 9 slot, everything in your hotbar goes into the shelves. And by putting some...
So what can I improve? To be honest, I have no idea what this is even about. It's very confusing because I don't play the game. But it's like if a layman came in and they just started Minecraft, I don't know if they would know either. But outside of that, could the hook be better? Let's see.
This block can steal entire hotbars. But
fuck, I don't know if it's a good hook or not because I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Is that really important? Do a lot of people worry about that or care? Somebody outside of Mangrove, tell me.
This block can steal entire hotbars.
Can steal? Well, how did it do, first of all? 5,000? Well, dude, you just posted it. It seems like it's a correct hook. The approach seems right, but I don't know. When does John stream? I'm streaming right now. Okay, it's a good hook. Okay, cool. I'll trust that because it feels like it is. Just give it more time, honestly. Why am I not going viral? Well, give it a little more than 3 hours, okay? That's it. Yeah, sorry. I don't know what else to add, man. He will probably explain.
But let me explain. Minecraft has recently added the new shelf block.
Outside of that, this might be something that a lot of people cover, but the way that you presented your hook probably wasn't the same way that they did. So that got you out of the conflict radius. Man, all I can say is just join the Discord and keep showing us stuff. I'd like to keep up with this one and see if it does well. So yeah, sorry. I don't know fucking anything about that. Players, we don't worry about the hot. How would that even work? Okay, so yeah, it stops every time at 30k views. Well, sometimes that just means it's not good enough to pass 30k views. That's a jail, I guess that's what they call it. So depending on, there's a lot of variables that could hold you back. Maybe you add too many details in your video and people don't stick around for all of them. I try to keep it down to 3 if it's possible. Maybe there's some irrelevant stuff in there. Maybe a hook's not good enough for one of them. I can try to take a look at something I'd understand a little more.
Have you ever seen this before and thought, yes, I know where that is?
That's not a very good hook.
Minecraft could actually beat itself, but let me explain. Well,
there's not a whole lot of clarity with this. When you give a hook, it still needs to make sense, I guess. There are some things that maybe that's confusing.
Minecraft could actually beat itself, but let me explain. Well, if an Enderman picks up a carved pumpkin and brings it into a snow biome, it could spawn a snow golem, which could attack creepers. And if this happens on top of a portal with 12 eyes, the creepers could blow up a way down. After that, Endermans that...
To be honest, this seems fine. So it makes me think that Minecraft viewers just aren't getting hooked enough. That's all. I really like your look here, man. It's very, very cool. Yeah, so really we had a Minecrafter that was having similar issues. They just started using hooks and they started doing really, really well. So maybe that's something to work on. Like when I watch your stuff, it seems like it's purposely confusing, which is not what you want to do with hooks. Like instead you want to generate curiosity. So there might be a clarity issue. Let me look at this one, 150k.
By breaking a block in Minecraft and watching where the item drops, it's possible to find anyone's location, but...
I'm a layman. I know exactly what you're talking about here. Like zero confusion, and I'm curious. This is a perfect example of how to do it right. Like, really? You can find anyone? I know everything that you just said. I know those words. So yeah, maybe that's your issue, dude. Maybe that's the issue. Number 46. Coward Gaming. How can I make them like and comment?
Can I survive props falling from the sky? My first run, I died. Second run, I died. Also, the only way to survive is making it to the bunker. Third one, I was so dumb that I died. Fourth run, I got hit and somehow I was still alive. Then I made it to the bunker. Can I survive props falling from the sky?
I don't know, dude. I will say that your approach to to how you say things is funny. When I hear it, I think, okay, I'm not gonna stick around for this, but I'm also old. Still though, how to make them like and comment, that's not really something you got to focus on right now. When you make good enough content, it'll just happen. How can you make the hook better? It seems fine. How can I survive? But you could have placed it in like, make them curious about what happens at the end. There's a specific thing that happens. Make them curious about it. Right now, you're just saying, can I do this? And that's more of like a long form vibe. If you said, can I survive props falling from the sky? Which also doesn't, I don't even know what this is, but.
Also, the only way to survive is making it to the bunker.
It seems like you're adding rules or something. Oh, okay, bunker, I guess I get it. Maybe that's something that you could have put in the beginning.
To the bunker. Can I survive props falling from the sky?
I'm so sorry, man. I don't understand anything that's going on. My brain is done. I'm over it. Just keep creating content. Honestly, this might be one of those situations where YouTube... Yeah, it seems like you just got started. So Just keep creating, keep finding your style. Eventually, YouTube will know what your audience is. But these views are so low, it hasn't found it yet. Yeah, these are all initial seed audiences. So just keep creating. It might have found a little bit right there, but see what you did right with this one.
Why you should never drive in a meteor storm.
Easy. That's a hook, right? Okay, why? Then you answer it at the end. You build it up and answer it at the end. That simple. Yeah, that hook was very clear. And so try to double down on that. Okay. Let's do a Q&A real quick. And then I got to roll. I got to take my cats to the vet. Y'all can leave. Feel free to leave now. Unless you want to ask a question. I believe I'm thinking to start on YouTube. My thought is to prepare good scripts and animate them using AI. Don't. Funny stories and jokes. No, it's not the right way. Study 3D. If you want, you can just... Yeah, you could just... Why the hell is that not working? Sorry, give me a sec. What the hell, man? Yeah, you can learn 3D animation. That could work. But honestly, when you talk about getting stuff with AI, it makes me think, okay, we got another creator that wants to do the least amount of effort. And so I wouldn't do that. I would look for other options if you're like dead set on not putting yourself in it. The cats are fine. It's just a checkup for Malcolm. For a faceless channel with a voiceover, should I add my own English captions or rely on YouTube captions? That would mean 2 subtitles set. No, it would not. Because the people that don't have captions turned on, which most don't, it won't be there. So I recommend using subtitles. I always recommend that. Because go swipe through some popular shorts and you'll see every single one uses subtitles. If there's a voice. What's the link to the Blender course? It's viral.school. I don't push it anymore because it's not the main thing. Maybe it's in the description? Is it? I don't even know anymore. Viral.school. Yeah, man. I prepared so much stuff today because I got a video to make about the 3 hooks now that you should steal. 3 new trending hooks. And yeah, after we got started, it was like, yeah, I'm done. Are there shorts that just don't flatline? Yeah, viral ones. Eventually they all flatline though when they stop getting views. Do I just need a good hook and then the part where it goes to the reward? You can make a super short and say make somebody curious about something and then immediately close that loop, and that can, yeah, that's fine. But the shorter your short, the more rare it is to like work. If it's like a 5-second short, people have to watch it like 3 or 4 times for it to go viral. So keep that in mind. And you can't trick them because, yeah, YouTube knows exactly how people do that. How can you progressively get more people to watch you with a Christian channel? I don't offer advice to religion. The reason I don't is because marketing, there's an element of manipulation to marketing to make people curious about stuff. And I don't fuck with faith. I don't mess with people's faith. It's something that I'm just totally ethically against. And yeah, I won't do it. I'm not going to manipulate people about religion. It's just not going to happen. So I won't give advice on it either. What is an advice? And not saying that you were looking for that. It's just why I don't. What is advice for a channel that shows news / upcoming games? I recommend, let me find a channel real quick that I can show you, because there's a perfect example that should pop up here, unless it's on my other. I really think it's a good question, because a lot of people are like, how do I do news without falling into the conflict radius? It's a really good question. Is it called Primetime? Let me see. Damn it. That's not what I was thinking. Sorry, give me a sec. It's this channel that does tech news, but the tech news has a lot of transformative elements added onto it. It's one of these channels, son of a bitch. We're going to stay here all day until I find it, because I have to make this point now. Here we go. Tech Linked. There it is. This channel right here. Tech Linked, what they do is they cover all the newest news and stuff, but they also make jokes. They add their own opinions. It's like the perfect example of covering news, but making it transformative away from anything anybody else can do. So that's a channel I recommend checking it out. All right. Can you suggest me a niche, preferably faceless? I cannot. I can't tell you what you're passionate about. I recommend doing something you're passionate about. When people ask me what's my favorite niche or what's the best niche, usually they're asking me what niche will make the most money with the least amount of effort. And it's like that. I just don't answer that question because it won't last for a lifetime. It's not going to create your career. And that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to get people to have a future in content. And the only way to do that is to make something that you truly care about, that you're an expert in, right? So I can't recommend a niche. I'm sorry. Once you figure out what you really love to do, I can help you make that go viral. If I post long form videos, do I need to add continuous hooks or only one hook? Long form, it's a different thing, but I recommend checking out long form videos and their structures. Typically, when I do a long form, I have an intro that tells the viewer what they're going to get. I state, here's why I'm qualified, and then the very first sentence, I usually talk about the pain point that they're probably experiencing. And then from there, I offer 1 or 3 things, like 3 different parts of the video that they can expect. And then I close it out by pushing it to another video. And that's it. That's really all I do. I mean, there's a lot more nuance to make a really good long form video, but breaking it down, that's it. People will stick around to number 3 because you have set the expectation early, saying, hey, there's number 3, and here's a trick. When you're like halfway through or you're just getting done with number 1, be like, yeah, but that, by the way, I cover a lot of Roblox and Minecraft stuff too, but we'll get into that a little bit later for number 3. Then people were like, oh, well, I got to stick around for that. So, yeah, that's how you hook people in each one. Yeah. Now that I said that, if you watch my long form, you'll be able to pick out the moments that are strategic. The way I say certain things, there's a strategy to it. Is there a best amount of times to post daily for a new YouTube short channel to try to go viral? Yeah, so whatever your target audience is depends on your language, probably. And so let's say it's America, whatever your time zone is. If you're in America and Eastern Standard Time, post at 10 a.m. Just try that first, because I usually post 2 hours before people start getting online in Ohio or in America, and that's at 10 a.m. and then it takes 2 hours to hit the shorts feed, and then it's good. I want to start doing Stickman vids. Do you think it'll work? There are a lot of channels doing this. I'd ask yourself why you want to do that, because a lot of people just want to do that because there's a lot of gurus saying that it'll make money and it'll go viral. If you're doing it because you think it's easy, then I would recommend against it. Okay. All right. Yeah, dude, I gotta run. I gotta get Malcolm ready to go to the vet. Yeah, sorry about all the bullshit and the drama today, man. After a while, I was just not having it. It sucks, but we've made the decision. Okay, it's over. We're just gonna avoid Roblox rants. Okay. Yeah, so on Friday, 3 p.m., and expect a new video to come out before then. New hooks.